I'm a hero, I'm for hire, I'm a seller, I'm a buyer. Conversations with me in my lounge as we scream. You know me, Matt Morgan, subject boy, follow him. I'm the comic man. I'm the comic man.
Oh, hello, true believers. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Supershow Extravaganza. We're going to go over the new comic book day previews, the new key issues of the week, variant covers of the week, the trending and hot comics of the week, and, of course, out of context panels of the week. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody to encourage you to hit that like button if you're watching the replay or whatever you're doing. And we'll get right into the new comic day previews. And I hope everybody's had a good weekend. I know I did. So let's just you know what? We'll just get into it. These are the previews for. Okay, hold on. The notification pop up right when I'm in the middle of trying to do something. This are the new comic book day previews for November 19th, 2025. All right. We'll bring that on up here and talk about it a little bit. First coming out this week, we have Absolute Flash issue 9 comes out. I'm really not on that one. I like the Trinity or whatever you call them. Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Absolute. Nightwing 132 comes out this week. We got Ultimates number 18. Man, that one's about over with too. I think it's going to go to like 20 or something. And it's been some interesting stuff. Somebody's going to betray the Ultimate Avenger in this movie. So I don't know if it's this one. It might be the next one, but there may be a mole inside the Ultimates. And you got this one right here coming out. You know, of course, Marvel released theirs. We got another round of the DC Marvel Batman Deadpool #1, 24 variant, 24 covers. Look at this. You got Bermejo, Dan Mora, Mark Brooks, Amanda Connor, Nick Dragata, Jenny Frison, Andy Kubert, Jay Lee, Jim Lee, Alexander Lozano, Sean Murphy, Frank Wiley, blah, blah, blah. We got St. Cabbage, Ryan Sook, Sasa Maika, and a Dan Mora foil. Got a blank. Got all kinds of them. There's a Brian Ballin. I think there's only 800 of those. It's from Sad Lemon Comics. But, yeah, there's a lot to choose from there. We got Batman, Superman, World's Finest, issue 45. I believe Dan Moore is still on that. I'm not sure. But anyway, there you got that. Amazing Spider-Man 16. We got another DC KO tie, but Titans not 29. Wonder Woman Under Doom number 9. I think the next issue is 10. I think that's the last one of that finally over with. We got Wonder Woman issue 27. The New Gods issue 12. And it was really good. I had to drop it though because I can't read everything. But it was fun. All right. Then we got Punisher Red Band issue 3 coming out. I really liked it. I read issue 1. Issue 2 is on the way for me. And it's cool. I'm kind of behind on Exquisite Corpses, which comes out this week. But issue 7 comes out this week. I'm a few behind, but I got to catch up on that. I will. It's just sometimes James Tynion IV is kind of wordy sometimes. It's like, I don't feel like reading it today. G.I. Joe, one of the read every time I get. G.I. Joe 14 comes out. This is, I think, part 1 of the Dreadnought War. Some great variants to choose from on that one again. We got the Captain America issue 5 comes out this week. Justice League Red number 4 comes out this week. We got another series I've been enjoying is Superman Unlimited issue 7. We find out that Superman's got this new power that he can use through the sun, and it makes him golden looking. He's like gold Superman. And you got Dan Slott writing it, which is pretty cool. And you got some good covers that's been coming out for this. I've been getting cover A a lot, but I think I got I got the Malavia cover this week though. It's got the kryptonite shrapnel hitting him. Looks pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like the Absolute. It's pretty good. I regret that I quit pulling it, but I'm back on it again, especially after that great annual by Daniel Warren Johnson. Hey, Missy Mars, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Um, we got Catwoman issue 81 comes out this week. Always some cover. I think a lot of people just buy it for the covers. Predator Kills Marvel Universe issue 4. We got Unbreakable X-Men issue 2. In the last issue, Rogue basically pantsed Galactus, which is pretty cool, but it turned her into a stone statue. So let's see what happens in that one. I'm not really reading it, but I caught up on what was going on. X-Men Book of Revelation number 2. So this is like a whole, like another X-Men event coming up, they've been doing. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe issue 5. We have issue 2 of Radioactive Spider-Man comes out this week. I didn't even know it was out. The first one came out, but some pretty cool covers for that, though. You got to admit. We got Nova Centurion issue 1. Oh, we got a new Nova series coming out. We got a 1 in 100 Frank Miller Virgin variant. Actually, that's pretty good. I know people have been shitting on Frank Miller, but you'll never hear me crap you'll never hear me crap on Frank Miller. He's a legend. And you should be ashamed if you're a comic fan and you do so. We got The Last Wolverine, number 2 comes out. It's like a Wolverine. It's like the Wendigo or something. Fandango or whatever. We got all new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider issue 4 comes out this week. We also got Walking Dead Deluxe 125. We got the 3rd issue of Everything Dead and Dying comes out this week. Very interesting take on the zombie genre. And Star Wars Jedi Knights number 9 comes out this week. Always been some cool variants for that. I like these Turin Clark variants that they've been doing for that. And, of course, it takes place before Phantom Menace. We got another thing, Image Comics, Sacrifice was number 17 comes out this week. The X-Men of Apocalypse number 1 comes out this week. Well, I like that art germ cover. Wow, it's a 1 in 100. Wow-wee. Of course, I like anything with Rogue on it. I don't know if I can afford a 1 in 100, though. For another Marvel one, we got Omega Kids number 2. It's another one of those X-Men of Revelation tie-ins. Sonic the Hedgehog 82 from IDW comes out this week. We got issue 6 of News from the Fallout. Another one that's been interesting is Ghost Pepper number 5. And we got Spawn. The first issue of Spawn Dark Ages number 1. And look how we got some pretty sick variants for that. Of course, they got the Spawnverse keeps growing, it seems like. Undiscovered Country 34. Power Rangers Prime 12. We got Twilight Zone issue 2. I read issue 1. And it's like classic Twilight Zone. If you like that kind of thing, if you love the Twilight Zone, you'll love it. I actually liked it. I read it digitally. We got Hello Darkness number 16. Of course, that's a horror anthology. And we got a couple of Fire Jenny Prison covers for that. We got Casey Jones, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones number 2. Spider-Man Holiday Spectacular number 1 comes out this week. We got some cool look. Oh, I like this one right here with Rogue and Gambit making a Wolverine snowman. How cute. That's kind of cool. I'm sure if he has the money, he will get it, Missy Mars. You know how he loves Rogue. He loves her more than I do. We got a reprint of Capes number 1 from, I think it's Robert Kirkman's property. Yeah, it's supposed to be having like a more dialogue or different dialogue and new covers. Space Ghost number 5 from Dynamite Comics. We got Starship Godzilla number 2 comes out this week from IDW. Issue 2 of Viking Moon will come out this week. It's really interesting. I read issue 1. If you like that kind of like Viking story with like some supernatural stuff, it's pretty cool. We got Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, issue 3. Final Boss number 1 from Image comes out. I think that's another Robert Kirkman or Tyler Kirkman or something. Final Boss. We got a second issue of Harley Quinn Elvira by Dynamite. Creep Show issue 3 from Image. We got another from Image, Lost Fantasy number 5. Another interesting Image property. We got No Man's Land number 3. It takes place like a Cold War story. Really cool. I mean, really, really kind of cool. Red Book number 2 from Dark Horse. Looks like it's another like Soviet era thing. Marion Heretic number 2 comes out this week. It looks kind of cool. I didn't get to pick it up. I wanted to get the prison variant, but I missed on it. I don't know. I tried. I just didn't get it. Vampirella issue 6. Of course, there's always some crazy, gorgeous Vampirella covers comes out. We got Lucio Perillo, Greg Land. Always some fire covers from Vampy. I'm convinced that people just buy that for that. The covers too. Lazarus Fallen number 6 from Image. We got Terminator Metal number 2. Always some cool Terminator stuff from Dynamite. We got Star Trek: The Last Starship issue 2 comes out this week. A lot of Star Trek titles out right now. Racer X number 3. This is one I've been pulling. He-Man and the Master of the Universe: The Sword of Flaws issue 2 comes out this week. Really been enjoying it. I like the first issue, so I can't wait to read the second issue. Silverhawks issue 10 comes out this week. Also, Herculoids issue 10 comes out this week. For Mad Cave, we have It Killed Everyone But Me issue 3. Another Dark Horse one, Powers 25. High Stranges number 2 comes out this week. We got Good Is Dead number 3 from Image. A lot of cool, interesting things come out this week. The Deluge number 2 from Ignition Press comes out. We got a new Zdarsky Comic News issue comes out this week. Gotcha Man number 14. Lion King number 1 from Dynamite. We got Critical Role Vox Machina Origins number 6 from Dark Horse. Nocturnals The Sinister Path number 3 comes out this week. We got Absolute Batman number 9, the second printing. It seems like every Absolute Batman issue comes out with a second printing. Here's also a second printing of Absolute Batman number 8. I think that's the first Mr. Freeze in the Absolute Universe. Minor Threats: The Last Devil Left Alive number 2 from Dark Horse. All New Harbinger number 3. The Guy in the Chair number 2 from Dark Horse. And we got Monster High. We got a reprint of Civil War, a facsimile of Civil War Part 4. Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa number 3. It's based on that 90s Saturday morning cartoon. See what else we got down here. If there's anything else worth noting. And I don't know. Grim Tales of Terror number 11 comes out this week. There's always some sexy covers that go along with that. Some Zenoscope. They always have some hot covers. Got a second printing of Batman number 2. That's the Matt Fraction Batman with I can't remember his name, Raphael Albuquerque or something like that. I believe that's it. That's it for that. So we'll stop sharing that. And that is a new Comic Book Day previews. Now moving right along, we'll get to my picks for variant covers of the week. And who we got? Somebody. Did I skip over Mickey Mouse? Sorry. Mickey Mouse comes out this week. My bad. Hey, Rob, how you doing? So let's continue the variant covers of the week. Like I said, these are my picks for variant covers of the week. This is the Kolak variant for Viking Moon number 2. Very cool. I like the supernatural kind of thing. You got the werewolf overlooking the boat. We got for the Dustin Wind variant for Nightwing. That's just a classic Nightwing. He's flying over the city with the moon above him, cityscape. I just think it looks kind of cool. Oh, we got somebody back. We got a special guest with us.
Don't call me special guest. I'm not that special. I'm just
We got
me.
the Marino 1 and 25 variant for G.I. Joe issue 14 this week. And then
Nice.
the Hello Darkness Jenny Prison. This is the 1 and 20 Jenny Prison version variant. Woo! And then we got the Deadpool or Batman Deadpool. Hold on a minute. I got to adjust something. Okay. All right. This is the Alexander Lozano variant for the Batman Deadpool crossover coming out this week. Here's the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. On the other one, you had another one of this by I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but anyway, it was
I
Batman.
can't remember. Yeah, I have that one. I
It
need
was Ryan
this one to
Stegman.
complete
Ryan
it.
Stegman. And the
Yes.
Batman is the one holding the claws, and it's got Wolverine's reflection in it. But this one, Sienkiewicz did that with it. It's pretty cool. I'm getting it. I already pre-ordered it. Another one I pre-ordered, the Jay Lee. I just got it because it's got Big Barda and Rogue on it. And then there's another Halo Darkness Jenny Frison variant. And I got both of these on my pull list because it's Jenny Frison, and that's just crazy cool. Here's the Platt Catwoman variant, which is, I think it's a 616 exclusive. And then we got the Superman Unlimited Malavia variant, which has got Superman getting hit with kryptonite shrapnel. So that's kind of wild, but it's cool. And there you go. That's the variant covers of the week. Hey, Nerdy Geek, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, everybody.
Good to see you. Yeah, I passed over Josie too. I don't know. Usually I don't. I guess it's where I'm. If I don't like it, I don't. I mean, I like.
What is it, Josie? What, Josie and the Pussycats?
Yeah, Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh no.
Or as Cliff would call them, Josie and the Pussycats. All right. Anyway, it's time for new key issues of the week. These are the upcoming key issues for this new comic book day for November 19th, 2025. And let's go ahead and share that screen so we can get to it. Here we go. And get a sip of. Oh, out of water. That ain't good. All right. We'll get through it, though. We'll get through it together, everybody. All right. Let's get to the new key issues of the week. Amazing Spider-Man issue 16. It says it's the possible first cameo appearance of Nicodemu the Seer, whoever that is. And Batman Deadpool 1. It's an anthology DC and Marvel crossover. It's going to have stories about Batman, Deadpool. It's going to have a John Constantine, Doctor Strange story, which sounds cool. Nightwing and Lara Kinney Wolverine, Harley Quinn and the Hulk, and Static and Miss Marvel. Now, I don't know why they paired Harley Quinn with Hulk, but that's going to be interesting. I don't think she has a chance. Capes #1. This is a reprint of the Invincible Universe Capes property with new art and new dialogue. So it's a Robert Kirkman thing. We got Ferocious #1 from Mad Cave. A tavern boy's quiet life is shattered when a towering draconic warrior raises his village, and though he swears vengeance, he must train under the very woman he plans to one day destroy. Okay. Final boss #1. Trying to forge a new path, Tommy uses his newfound powers for various paid enforcer gigs and street fights, only to uncover a past far more complex than he ever imagined. And that's from Image Comics, new this week. And it's here, G.I. Joe, issue 14, part of the Energon Universe G.I. Joe. This is part one of the Dreadnought War. The solicitation for this book states that there may be an introduction of a fan favorite character, which is likely an established character that's yet to appear in the Energon universe. Well, you know I'm hoping it's Snake Eyes. All right. Next up, we have Headless Horseman Halloween Annual 2025. This is an anthology horror story series. They're a little late, aren't they, Will? Shouldn't they have brought that out during Halloween? Seems like they should have brought that out during Halloween. We got John Le Carre's The Circus, Losing Control #1. And it says, it's from Dark Horse, when the enigmatic head of British intelligence vanishes without a trace, his assistant Maggie must navigate a maze of secrets and lies and looming disasters alone before a critical mission unravels and the circus collapses from within. We have Justice League Red #4 from DC. This is a DC KO tie-in event. I will not be getting that. Here you go, Rob. Mickey Mouse Legacy #1. Fantagraphics. When the Phantom Blot invades Mousetown with an army of cloned citizens, all duplicates of himself, Mickey must find a way to stop the inky menace before his city is completely overrun. Premiere issue continuing with issue 331. Next up, we have Nova Century #1. This is one of 4 titles that relaunches Marvel's Galactic Universe. So this is the starting point for that. And then we have Spawn Dark Ages. Issue 1 comes out this week from Image. As Saxons, Pikes, and Hibernian raiders close in on all sides, newly crowned King Arlenius must defend a fractured Britain, while a rising rebellion fueled by whispers of a more worthy king that some call Devil Spawn. So that comes out this week, new Spawn series. Next up, we got Spider-Man Holiday Spectacular 1. This is just a holiday one-shot. Next up, we have Star Wars Jedi Knights issue 9. This will be the origin of Corlys Wrath. And then we got Titans 29. This is another DC KO tie-in event. We got X-Men Apocalypse #1. This is a 4-issue limited series, 6-issue event that begins with Age of Apocalypse Alpha and ends with Age of Apocalypse Omega to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the original Age of Apocalypse. And that is your new key issues of the week. Let's reset this and I'll get it ready for the next go round. All right, let's go. We got, next up, we have the, if I can get it to work, the trending 20 comics of the week, according to the Key Collector app. And here we go. Let's go with number 20 this week. Dark Reign, Young Avengers #1 from 2009. A lot of first appearances. Chalking this a high grade, about $15. The first appearance of the second Enchantress. The first appearance of the second Melter, a mutant. First appearance of Big Zero. First appearance of Egghead, an android, accomplice of Big Zero. First appearance of Executioner, son of Princess Python. First appearance of Coat of Arms, a.k.a. Lisa Molinari. First team appearance of the Young Masters of Evil. It says that Lauren Rouse has been cast as Lisa Molinari, a.k.a. Coat of Arms, in the new Vision Quest series, and there's been a 700% increase in copies sold this week due to that fact. Next up, from 2025, we have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #1. There's been a 350% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week after the premiere of Predator Badlands and an uptick in interest in the Predator franchise. Next on the list, we have Captain America issue 180. This is the first appearance and origin of Steve Rogers as Nomad, because if you remember, this is when Captain America found out that the president was trying to do something illegal. And it's about the time of Watergate. That's why they did this. And Captain America said, I can no longer be Captain America because my country's let me down, and became Nomad. It's also the first appearance of Hugh Jones, who's the president of Roxxon, the fictitious oil conglomerate. It's a name on, it's a take on Exxon. Next up, we have Madam Hydra becomes Viper, and this one in Death of the First Viper. And it's also the first mention of the oil conglomerate Roxxon in Marvel Comics history. All right, moving right along. We have Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle #1, $18 and high is the high price. It's a story told across 55 playing cards. It's been a 230% increase in copies sold this week. For the second consecutive week on Key Collectors Trending 20. I saw Bleecker Street had this set of cards. It's just a deck of cards. I saw this morning on the Bleecker Street Church. You had them. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men 104 from 1977. About $120 and a high grade copy. First appearance of Corsair, who is the father of Apocalypse, Havoc, and Vulcan. First appearance of Chode or something. Chode. Second appearance of Leandra. That's also became the fiance of Professor X. First mention of Mutant X, a.k.a. Proteus. First meeting and battle of Wolverine and Magneto. There's been a 220% increase in copies sold this week. We got Predator versus Wolverine #1. It's about $8. 193% increase in copies sold this week because of the movie Predator's Badlands. Next up, we have some C. Todd by Todd, Amazing Spider-Man, issue 312. About $20, a high-grade copy. This is the Battle of Green Goblin versus Hobgoblin, and debut of Todd McFarlane's iconic scroll cover signature on the cover. Been a 175% increase in copies sold this week. Due to the fact that Todd McFarlane's work on Spider-Man continues to surge in demand in the secondary market. Next up, I have 3 copies of this book. Superman, The Man of Steel, issue 18 from 1992. First full appearance of Doomsday, who's mostly obscured behind a containment suit with one arm bound behind his back. as he wreaks havoc across the countryside. There's been a 167% increase in copies sold. We have Batman vs. Predator #1. It's part 1 of a 3-issue series that spawned 2 follow-up series. Been a 165% increase in copies sold this week because of interest in Predator Badlands movie once again. Next up, we have Absolute Batman #2. This is the introduction of Oswald Cobblepot, Edward Nygma, and Harvey Dent as adults, but without their mainstream universe alter egos. Final page appearance of Selena Kyle as an adult. Absolute Batman 2 preceded by a black and white ashcan. There's been a 159% increase in copies sold. Next up, we have some newer books on this list this week. Wonder Woman issue 25 for 2025. So it only came out a couple of months ago. Is the first appearance of the Matriarch, a harbinger of death. Key of the week for Key Collector Comics. There's been a 158% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. Revealed that Matriarch using a Green Lantern ring to seemingly kill Giganta. Next up, another book. I think I own this one. X-Men issue 5. $8 in high grade. It's the first appearance of Maverick, who later becomes Agent Zero. And it is the second appearance and first full cover appearance of Omega Red. And there's been a 150% increase in copies sold. More Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman issue 12. This is the introduction of Catwoman in costume. Introduction of Harley Quinn, unnamed and obscured by a hood. There's been a 138% increase in copies sold this week, with interest in Absolute Harley Quinn's introduction being the reason. Next up, we have B for Vendetta #1 from DC Vertigo, 1988. It's a 10-issue series about a bleak future where a mysterious anarchist known as B opposes the British government wearing a Guy Fawkes mask. Of course, Guy Fawkes Day is celebrated every November 5th in England because there was a guy named Guy Fawkes that tried to blow up the Parliament in 1605. They always say, remember the 5th of November. And then it says here that an HBO Max is in development with James Gunn as executive producer for that. So that's the reason there's been a 103% increase in copies sold this week. All right. I'm just running, talking. Next up, we got a banger here. This is a big boy book. Ultimate Fallout, issue 4. With $300 in high grade. This is, unless you've been under a rock for the last 15 years or 10 years, this is the first appearance of Miles Morales, Spider-Man, from an alternate reality. This book was distributed at Polybag and Diamond Comics distributors, although they're out of business, so I don't know if how much you can really take their word for it, but estimated that 65,000 copies of the first printing were shipped when it was made. 122% increase in copies sold. And we got even more Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman #4, $15. Origin of Batman's early days as vigilante and background of the Bat archetype. First appearance of Randall Powers, an organized crime affiliate. 108% increase in copies sold. More Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman #6, $10. High grade. Conclusion of the first story arc of Absolute Batman's ongoing series. Second cameo appearance of Absolute Joker. Had a first cameo in Absolute Batman 1. Been 180% increase in copies sold this week, fueled by collector interest in the upcoming spotlight on the Absolute Joker, who appears to be some kind of demon, as this brief appearance suggests. Even more Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman issue 13. Introduction of Catwoman in costume in full. Introduction of Harley Quinn in full into the Absolute universe. Been 105% increase in copies sold of that this week. Next up, Absolute Batman Annual 2025 #1. And this is $20 right now, going up. Daniel Warren Johnson's story, did the cover art and the interior art for that story. And it was kind of controversial with some people, but I don't see how Batman beating up white supremacists can be controversial because they deserve to get their ass whipped. There, I said it. It's also the origin of the Absolute Batmobile, and it is the key of the week for the Key Collector app. 103% increase in copies sold this week. And last but not least, definitely not least, this is about a $1,200 book in high grade. Batman Adventures issue 12 from 1993. This is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in a standard comic, and there's been a 100% increase in copies sold this week.
Yep.
There, I got through it. It's a miracle. All right, now moving right along. We'll go to get that set up. And now I'm going to tell you that this is where I show the new thumbnail. This is the Hot 10 Comics of the Week. Also, I get this information from Key Collector app. I'm getting tongue-tied now, but all right, let's get to it. Coming in at number 10. Something is Killing the Children, number 1 from Boom Studio Comics, 2019. High grades about $325. It is the first appearance of Erica Slaughter, first appearance of James, a boy who witnessed the death of his classmates, and the first appearance of Oscura Type, a monster. There was only 33,648 copies ordered by retailers when it came out in 2019. And, of course, Blumhouse Studios, who is the producers of Black Phone 1 and 2, have secured the rights to Something's Killing the Children, and they intend to make a theatrical live-action movie and an adult animated TV series. A 9.8 CGC sold this week for $950. 33% increase in copies sold. This book is hot, 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 and I don't see it going anywhere but up, up, up. And if you were wanting to get on the ground floor, this book is a little too late. Sorry. But if you got a few copies laying around when it came out, then you're doing better than most people, because I didn't have it. A 9.6 CGC sold for $650. That's a 37% increase. And an 8.5 sold for $375. A third printing 9.8 sold for $320, and a 9.8 fourth print sold for $128. You got a lot of information about that, but this book, it just shows that this book is just is a hot book, and I don't think it's not going to be a hot book for a while unless the movie just sucks real bad. Coming in at number 9, we have Incredible Hulk 340. There's no key facts except the fact that this is an iconic cover by Todd McFarlane, the Todd father. Look at this. It's just awesome. You got Wolverine with his claws out. You can see the reflection of Hulk. I love it. Love everything about it. And I always say, see Todd, you buy Todd. Some people don't like him, but I don't listen to some people, if you know what I'm saying. A CDC 9.8 sold for $1,395 this week. That's a 35% increase in copies sold of that. Of increase in the price. A CDC 9.6 sold for $425, which is an 8% increase in the normal average. 6 9.4 copies of a CDC outsold the average. It's $350. It was an 18% jump. McFarlane's iconic covers have inexorably become part of pop culture history. That's the truth. This week marks the 11th time that Hulk 340 is ranked on the Hot 10 this year. Next up, another banger of a book. And the dog, even my dog likes it if you can hear her bark. Transformers issue 1 from 1984. First team appearance of the Autobots. First team appearance of the Decepticons in comics. First appearance of Buster and Sparkplug with Wiki, human allies of the Autobots. And high grade's about $180. Mid grade's about $60. And here's the transaction for the week. A CDC 9.8 sold this week for $1,680. That is an 80% increase. 9.6 CDC sold for $340, 11% increase. A 9.4 newsstand this week sold for $300, a 21% increase. Transformers 1 has received an additional boost following the announcement that Skybound and Hasbro Entertainment will produce an Energon Universe adult animated series. I guess Will disappeared. All right. We have next up at number 7, a book I own. I own this book too. Amazing Spider-Man 301, another iconic Todd McFarlane cover. Again, see Todd, buy Todd. $100 in high grade. The transaction this week, a 9.8 CDC sold for $1,519. That is a 9% increase. A 9.6 CDC sold for $270, an 18% increase. And a 9.2 newsstand sold for $170 this week. That's a 20% increase. And a 9.0 newsstand also sold for $120. That is a 15% increase. This is the full introduction of Venom and the Amazing Spider-Man 300, closed the chapter on Spider-Man's black suit era. And this milestone visually reinforced by the iconic cover of issue 301, which mirrors 300's composition while returning Spider-Man to the classic red and blue costume. This week, Amazing Spider-Man 301 debuts on the Hot 10 this year, reaffirming the enduring impact of Todd McFarlane's legendary artwork on Marvel's most beloved character. Next up, we have a blue chipper. If I ever saw one book I don't own, I don't know if I'll probably have to get a low grade copy and sell all my possessions to get it. But we got Avengers #1. First team appearance of the Avengers: Hulk, Iron Man, Wasp, Thor, and Ant-Man. Number 6 on the list this week, a CGC 7.5 this week, sold for $11,100. That's a 3% increase in copies sold. A 6.0 CGC sold for $5,601. And then a 2.5 sold for $2,186. Not really going up a lot, but it's always been one of them books that's going to consistently stay at the price it's at, you know. Adventures #1 placed at number 3 in the week 8 and week 10 of this year's Hot 10, and this would be the third appearance this year. Coming at number 5, we had another banger, Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man issue 50, the first appearance of Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. Of course, this story includes the iconic interior panel of Peter Parker walking away with his Spider-Man costume thrown away into the trash can. A CGC 8.0 this week sold for $2,470. It's a 1% increase. And a 1.8 CGC sold for $385. And this is the 11th time in 2025 that Amazing Spider-Man issue 50 has been on the list. There's a lot due to that Daredevil Born Again series that came out, and it's coming back again. You got, of course, the great Vincent D'Onofrio, who portrays Kingpin in the show. One of my favorite actors. So, yeah, it's a hot book, and it's going to continue to be. Another book that's going to be a hot book and continue to be a hot book because of the animated show and love of this series is Invincible, issue 1 from Image Comics 2003. This is the first appearance of Invincible, Omni-Man, Deborah Grayson, Titan, William Clockwell, David Howells, and the first cameo of Adam Eve and Science Dog. And when this book came out, there was only 10,800 copies ordered by retailers. So it's a low print run. There's not many out there, and it's a very popular book. It's number 4 on the list this week. A CDC 5.5 sold this week for $500. That's a 43% increase. A 9.8 CGC sold for $5,220 this week. That's an 18% increase over its average of $4,426. And a limited edition 9.8 sold for $470. That's only a 2% increase. And it says this week marks the 12th time that Invincible #1 has earned a spot on the Key Collector Comics Hot 10 in 2025. Coming in at number 3, another big boy book, I would say. Fantastic Four issue 50. Iconic cover art by Jack the King Kirby. Classic battle, Silver Surfer versus Galactus. This is the third full appearance of Silver Surfer and the second full appearance of Galactus, and the first appearance of White Wingfoot. Also, the introduction of the ultimate nullifier weapon created by the Watchers.
Just heads up, if you want me to read some of the out of context panels, let me know.
All right, I'll be all right, I think. But thanks. CDC 9.0 sold for $3,000 this week, and that's just a 0% increase. It's like a $5 increase. A CDC 8.0 sold for $1,200. And a 3.5 sold for $180. And this is the Hot 10. It's an iconic cover art, seems to be a theme of this week's Hot 10. So it's fitting that Jack Kirby's Fantastic Four issue 50 makes a rare appearance for only the third time on this list this year. A book that I know Will wants to get. Yep. Batman issue 423 is about $240, high grade raw. Another iconic cover by the Todd McFarlane. CDC 9.8 this week sold for $1,700. That's a 3% increase over 1,643. We had a CDC 9.6 sold for $450 over the average of 8% increase over the average of 415, and a CDC newsstand 9.6 sold for $900 this week, and that is an 18% increase over the average of 764. And I can't really see if we can tell how many times. This is the 5th time that this issue is qualified for the Key Collector Comics Hot 10 in 2025. And we got this one coming in at number 1 this week. This has really been the last 2 weeks have been the absolute Batman, really. This is Absolute Batman issue 1. It's about $75 in a high grade copy. This is the premier issue of an ongoing series in the Absolute Universe, a dimension built by Darkseid's energy. Introduction of Alfred Pennyworth as an MI6 agent. It's also the introduction of Black Mask in the Absolute Universe and Killer Croc, Waylon Jones, Martha Wayne as Commissioner Gordon, and Barbara Gordon and Harvey Bullock are in this one. There's a lot of them. I'm not going to name them all, but you see them. A 9.6 CGC this week sold for $125. That is a 39% increase up from $90. A 9.0 sold for $100. It's a 3% increase. And all these second and third printings, a 9.8 also for $220. That's a 98% increase. And there's a bunch of them there. I'm not going to go into all that. But I think the Absolute Annual added a lot of more stuff to it, interest in it. And that's the reason you got that on there.
Yep.
And now it's time. We got a comment here from somebody. Hello, John. You showed up right in time for the best part. Because now we're going to get into out of context pedals of the week. You like what I did there? Oh, never mind. You don't have to.
I do.
All right. Now we're going to start off. We got Shazam. A pig reading a book. Oink. Okay.
What?
Okay.
I guess he stumbled into the story of Three Little Pigs.
It might have. Now we got Superman on here. He goes, "Thanks, Superman. That was a big help. But where are you going now? To look for the one thing I lack, even with superpowers, namely the woman's touch."
Whoa,
Okay,
so
Superman.
you haven't had it. I thought you were dating Lois, so
Well, maybe he's wanting Lois to go touch him. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got, "I'm ready, Green Lantern. I'm ready to feel it. Feel the surge again. Feel the power of the stars again. Send me now. You freak."
That
All right.
sounds dirty. Very dirty.
Yeah. "Doris, you know I can't stand a picture with bandits and gunplay. It upsets my nerves terribly." "Ah, Bosh, don't be a sissy, Ted."
Wow. Hey, guess what? Guess who's not man enough?
"No, I must be dreaming. I'll rub it out." And he's looking down while he's rubbing it out.
Yeah, that's not good, buddy.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. We got, "This is for the kids you locked in the chicken house." Uh-oh.
I want to know what the kids did wrong.
I don't know. Was that chicken house on a certain island in Florida? I'm just saying.
Probably.
"Oh, Chip, you were wonderful." Uh-oh, I'm having trouble here. Hold on.
You want me to read it?
I can't read over that thing. Okay, here we go. "Shucks, Carol. Weren't nothing. Anything's easy if you use your libido." Right on.
Oh, Chip.
"You're offering me a bite from the crankshaft? I'm even more excited than you think."
Pause. Heavy pause.
Mm-hmm. "Bruce, what are you going to do with that?" Gulp. I think he wants to tie you up. That's what it looks like. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it seems like that.
"Oh, green flames burst from her nostrils, propelling the Brazilian heroine toward the great rock." Is that a snot rocket, Will?
That is indeed a snot rocket.
All right, next. "And I vow by this metal arm that I'll kill that monster, not just trap it. This duel between me and the super Moby Dick will be to the death."
So Moby Dick got an upgrade, I guess.
I guess so. "She invaded his privacy." No!
What was he doing that he didn't lock the door or anything?
I don't know. "Tabby the cat is a communist spy." Holy Hannah.
And all cats are communist spies.
So I've been told, Next. "Somebody once said the only way to shut a woman's mouth was to kiss her. Since you made up your mind to be difficult." Oh.
Interesting.
You still don't understand, do you, kid? I'm the She-Hulk, and I can do whatever I want. Uh-oh. I think she's going to give it to you one way or another, either you want it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You might have to read this one. I can't read over that live freaking.
Yeah, I can read
banner.
it. Are the natives friendly? I brought along my automatic pistol just in case they aren't.
Damn.
Dang, dude, someone's prepared.
A plant in love? Ridiculous. Or is it?
That looks like a mad scientist.
I don't know. He's got a big forehead. Look at his forehead. It looks like Ted Danson.
He does.
All right. I got take your pants off and right now.
What kind of bully are you?
That's kind of freaky. A masked spirit offers help at a price. Poor girl, you need help. If I free you, will you obey me? Oh, yes, I'll do anything. Okay. Gaze into my eyes. I'd rather not.
I'd rather not either.
Next. I must have been crazy. I haven't gotten that kind of money. I don't know where I'd get it. I can make some suggestions.
I bet you can.
Maybe some OnlyFans will help you out. Maybe you could be a gigolo. But spanking Superboy is easier said than done. Nice try, Dad. Keep swinging. I forgot about his invulnerable body. He's whipping it with a frying pan, looks like.
Yep. He looks like he's enjoying it.
Ain't he old to be spanking him, though? I mean.
Yeah.
Moose, do you realize what a great team you and I are? Wow, there's lots of things we could do. Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Cheating on Jughead, I see.
Superman never disappoints a lady.
I bet not.
Take it off, Clark. Can you believe they're trying to tell me to put some clothes on? Maybe they just want you to take that bush. Maybe they just want you to tame that bush if you're going to wear this. Looks like you have the beast in a leg lock.
Who is that with her? I can't even tell.
I don't know, but it looked like you have a beast in a leg lock.
Oh, jeez.
Well, if you have that costume on, you probably need two hairdos to wear it. I'm just saying. Can you believe? Let's just read it again. Can you believe they're trying to tell me to put some clothes on? Maybe they just want you to tame that bush. If you're going to wear this, looks like you have it just looks like you have a beast in a leg lock. All right. I said it wrong, didn't I? Maybe they just want you to tame that bush if you're going to wear this. It looks like you have the beast in a leg lock. Shorts coming up, or is it down?
Oh, God.
What's up, Lady Fantastic? We're just reading some out of context panels of the week. Next, we got this one. Diane, what led you to pose for this? Oh, Diane's got some naughty pictures, it looks like. All right. Please forgive me my modest home. Spider-Man says, sure. What did it do? That's the lamest joke ever.
Yep.
And we got another one here. So you had to sneak one in the closet, eh? What'd they sneak in the closet?
Probably drugs.
I thought they were trying to do something else. He's cute, Batman. Bring him back when he's a little older. We'll see. Batman's going to make Robin a man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring him back there. All right. We got some more goodness. Help me get her to the window. We've got to throw her to her death. But that would be murder.
Yeah, it would be Superman.
You can't be doing that, Superman. You can't be doing that. Yow! Where is he driving that to? I mean, it looks like they're into some kinky stuff there.
That's you know what you call that a what's it called?
I call that a prostate exam. Archie,
yep, exactly.
You sure surprised me. You're good, really good.
Oh God.
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. Every 20 minutes, it helps. It helps when you do that.
It does. That's what I've heard.
Next. And I'm worried about the boner. He's readying for you.
Oh God.
Who's readying a
Commissioner.
boner for Robin? That just sounds kind of freaky.
That's pretty bad.
Major Strange Clea has decided to stay with me in my time. We are engaged, good friend. Clea, it's true, Stephen. Ben Franklin and I are to be married. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, you know, they say Benjamin Franklin was quite the lady killer. You know what I mean? He was a lady.
That's what I've heard.
Suddenly, I'm stuck. I'm being sucked under.
Interesting.
I got a dirty mind. I know.
Oh, I do too.
Wonder Woman enters gay as a special student at Holiday College. Etta, I want you to take charge of this girl and make her have fun. Okay, boss. I'll start her right, and I'll have some candy, Gay. Okay? Her name's Gay. I don't know. All right. Next up, we got Scotty from Star Trek, and he says, couldn't hear her heartbeat. I belted her too hard, I guess. I got it. I'll slap her in the face.
I don't think that would help.
I think Scotty might need to get charged with domestic violence here. I'm just saying. Sting, can you help me be better? Help make me better? No, Julie. Sting is only a human like the rest of us, but he can make you an official stinger. I don't think that's going to help him. I don't think. Oh, that's going to make him feel so much better now that he's an official.
It's going to cure all diseases. Didn't you know that all diseases are cured by the stinger?
The general's drink. Don't touch that. It may be spiked with marijuana extract. What? Mickey?
Yes, Mickey.
You got to stay away from that marijuana, man. You know it's bad for you, bro. Okay, later in the locker room. Wow, O.J. Simpson. Let's get his autograph. A superstar like that, like him, wouldn't notice us.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to notice me either.
Yeah, he might stab you, though. All right. Don't look at his wife. All right. Boy, what a blowjob. The boss ought to pay extra for this job. Come on, we got to call him.
What?
That's a good one right there. There you go. That's the out of context panels of the week.
Yep.
I don't think they disappointed this week, Will. I don't think they disappointed.
No, they didn't.
Only one announcement before we go. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, on Bad Cinema, I will be reviewing Tango and Cash, starring Sylvester Stallone and, of course, the great Kurt Russell, with also co-starring a very young and beautiful Terry Hatcher in one of her first roles. And Jack Palance is the bad guy in this. And it's got Robert Zadar, who was the bad guy in Maniac Cop. So it's just a fun 80s action-packed, adrenaline-fueled movie, and we'll take you guys along for the ride. All right, everybody, thank you for watching the show. I appreciate it. I'd like to give a special shout-out to all my channel members. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support I get. And I guess we're going to close it out. So for WVogs18, I am Matt from Heroes for Hire Comic Club. And until next time, true believers, Excelsior.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.